All right, so the lads reckon don't take your wife to jiu-jitsu. I'm going to equate wife to girlfriend, partner, whoever you're dating. Let's see what they have to say.
This is the same exact thing as the Tom Brady Giselle with the
Yes.
MMA trainer.
There's this epidemic of men taking their wives to jiu-jitsu classes. So
Okay, before he goes on, they've named one case and then they've said there's an epidemic of men taking their wives to jiu-jitsu class. Oh, fellas, don't buy the bull, right? An epidemic sounds like something that's really problematic and something that's becoming uncontrollable. Um, Look, if you want to take your girlfriend, white partner to jiu-jitsu class because you love it and you want them to love it too, or you just want them to see you do your thing, go ahead and do it. It's a good thing to share your values and your passions with the people you care about. Let's see why they're calling it an epidemic.
imagine you go to a jiu-jitsu class with your wife. You've never done jiu-jitsu before. Some blue belt comes in there, this good-looking Brazilian guy, and he chokes you out. And your wife is watching you tap and get choked out over and over again. Totally emasculated.
Right. If you do jiu-jitsu, right, whether you've just started, you're a blue, brown, purple, black, whoever you are, at some point we're going to tap, right? That's jiu-jitsu. Someone somewhere is going to be better than us. And if you are feeling emasculated every time you get tapped by someone, I'm sorry, bro, but that's on you, right? And in the last year, my girlfriend has joined the gym that I train at, and she trains at the same time. Sometimes we train at different times. And she's probably seen me be tapped 100 times in the last year, right? Maybe not 100, but a few times, right? And I can't tell you how many times I've tapped in the last year, right? But what I can tell you is how many times I felt emasculated. And that is 0. Because it's on me to feel that. Yeah. If someone else taps me out and I feel emasculated, it's because of me, right? My own insecurities about something else. Like maybe I'm insecure about the fact that my girlfriend might have just seen that. And I'm like, oh, damn, I hope she doesn't think that I'm a simp or some shit. I don't know, man. But for me, I don't give a shit. Right? If I get tapped by someone, it's because I made a mistake or it's because I walked into their trap and it's something I can learn from. That's just jiu-jitsu. I'm a blue belt. I'm learning. I know black belts who are like, my learning game has only just started, right? So lads, keep yourself safe in jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Do the right things. Keep your training partners safe. And maybe check your ego at the door if you're feeling like you're being emasculated every time you tap. Oh, I really don't want to see where this is going. But anyway.
Back the next week without you, and now she's on the ground grunting with this good-looking Brazilian guy. Scotty Scheffler, what happened with Giselle? She started sleeping with the jiu-jitsu instructor.
If you can't separate sex from jiu-jitsu, stay off the mats, right? Like I can understand being attracted to someone in your gym. I think I've spoken about this before, but I can understand that. But if you're getting on the mats and rolling with someone and thinking about sex or thinking about anything that might be sexualizing that person while you're doing jiu-jitsu, get off the mats, right? Go and check yourself in for some therapy and have some conversations that will help you separate those two things because they are two mutually exclusive things from each other. They are not mixed in the same space. I understand close contact. I understand like you get into some awkward positions, but man, that's a worry, bro. That's a real worry if you cannot separate the two things, right?
The idea that women can't conceive, or even men can't conceive of watching your husband being emasculated by another man, that making you less attracted to him, it's like you're denying evolution. No, I would know better. I love my husband. We're together because he's my person, because our astrology signs match. We're connected. I'm like, no, it's evolutionary. You thought that this dude was more alpha than your other options, and that's why you picked. People don't like
Oh, fuck off. All right, look, if your relationship is dependent on you being the best at jiu-jitsu at your gym, then it's a pretty fragile relationship as it is, right? If that's what it is dependent on, if your partner says to you, look, I'm only going to date you if you are the best grappler at your gym, it's probably not off to a good start anyway, right? So it's probably best to just say, look, let's not date. I don't think this is going to work out. Regardless of whether you are the best at your gym or not, that's a weird kind of standard to have, right? And saying that this is in some way denying evolution, I think we're more complex than that. You picked your partner because you thought he was more alpha than your other options. then you found someone who could tap him out and now you want to date that person. That is such a reductive view on women, right? In general, just in general, it is an idea that women don't choose their partner based on any other characteristics beyond this idea of being alpha, being the most, being the best, being the toughest, being the best at jiu-jitsu, whatever it might be. The reality is that she's always going to find someone who's better at jiu-jitsu. So what's she going to do? Just keep dating new guys every single week when that guy gets tapped by the next guy? Not only that, but it's kind of reductive on us, right? It says that we can't offer anything else to women besides from how good we are at jiu-jitsu. So yeah, bottom line is, like, my girlfriend and I have been doing jiu-jitsu together for the last year and we love it. We come home, we problem solve together after every class. And honestly, it's a shared value and passion that we have. So if it is something that your partner might be interested in doing, then I encourage you to give it a shot, right? Honestly, I fucking love sharing jiu-jitsu with my girlfriend. It is awesome. I love watching her grapple. I love being able to grapple with her. And I love being able to problem solve and all the good things that come off the back of it. And at no point am I ever worried that she might leave me for a dude that taps me out. I just couldn't care less about that, because that has nothing to do with jiu-jitsu or me contributing to a healthy, safe, and respectful relationship. If I focus on that, the rest of it can take care of itself. Fellas, if you find this challenging or conflicting in any kind of way, I'm open to conversations, so please reach out. Appreciate y'all. Ugh. That's it. All right, so today's workout, 5 sets of 5 Bulgarian splits with, I think I had 30 kilos in each hand with my dumbbells. I only really have 3 sets of dumbbells, so 30 is as heavy as they go. If I want to go harder, I just go slower. So 5 by 5 here on each leg. I think this is my 3rd set because I did a couple throughout filming that video. Then we move on to the workout of the day, which was 15, well, it's every 2 minutes on the minute for 8 sets or 4 sets each. So the first round of 2 minutes, I would do 15 calories of rowing and then followed by 10 reps of dumbbell bench. And then if I get that done within 2 minutes, then I get the rest to the remainder of the time to rest. And it took me about, I don't know, between a minute 10 and a minute 25 to get each set done. So I was getting like 35 seconds rest at a minimum. Then we go on to the second set of 2 minutes. And you see in this one, I've got my first set of pull-ups and my last set of pull-ups in the frames. But I did, another 15 calories of rowing followed by 10 pull-ups. This is my first set of pull-ups. And get through them pretty easily, pretty comfortably. By the time I got to the 8th round or the 4th set of pull-ups, I was struggling. Use whatever grip you want. It doesn't really matter, all right? Use whatever grip you want. It'll hit your back. It'll hit your biceps, regardless of how you're holding the bar. I just went underhand today because I felt like it. This is my last set of pull-ups going now. And as you can see, I am absolutely struggling my way through this one. Fuck. Man, Dave, get on that fucking bar. Man, sometimes you ever watch yourself do a workout and just think, am I being lazy or was I actually struggling that much? And I really, see there, I thought I could have got that last rep, but I must have just mentally just flopped it. But anyway, here we go. Workout done. Us.